If you're still carrying that old wound inside you with every decision you make, then you're not leading, you're leaking. And it's costing you, your team, and your impact. It's so easy to keep going back into the past and going, oh yes, but this happened then, and that happened then. And in my last workplace, this happened and it was so difficult and it was so hard. Or this happened when I was a young person, or this happened when I was a child. And we keep replaying, not the event, we replay the pain. We live in it, we focus on it, we delve into it, we replay it, we think about it, we breathe it, we keep feeling that emotion that we have attached to that event and that wound previously. And if we keep doing that as leaders, we're leaking. We're leaking, we're oozing our authenticness. We're staying stuck in clinging on to that past event. And you can't be here now. You can't be present with your team when you're constantly going back to what was or what did happen. Now, in becoming an authentic leader, it is not about ignoring those things in your past. It is not about pretending they never happened. It is not about thinking or minimizing that they weren't there. It's about reframing the events that happened and taking the learnings from them to go forward. It is about letting go of the pain and choosing to not go replay, play, replay, play, replay, play on repeat. Yes, it's important to call them as is and recognize that they are things within you. They happened. They absolutely happened. However, if we stay holding on and clinging to the pain of those events or that trauma, then we will see the ripple effect impact you as a person, impact your health, impact your mental state, impact the way you lead your team, impact the outputs and the productivity that happens around you. So what happens if we stay in that? It costs us. It costs us enormously. It can cost us our mental health. We can lead into burnout or other health chronic conditions. We will see that there's a low trust of people in the team if we're always going back to that thing. Even if we do it unconsciously, or even if we do it in our own minds and not talk about it, it's still there, it's still present, it's still pulling us back, it's still got this hold on us. And it's our responsibility to choose our response. Doesn't let go of whatever that thing was, as in it's part of our history. It happened. It's part of our life. But what it does do is it gives you the ability to let go of the pain, to stop being held back and defined by the past. You can spot the pattern. You can spot the pattern in yourself. You can spot the pattern in others when they're constantly pulled back into that thing, that event, that piece of conversation, the story, whatever it is that happened in the past. You can spot the pattern with this person or yourself. You often see them overreacting to things, so they have a short fuse. You see that they're avoiding conversations. Oh no, I can't do that. I can't have that courageous conversation with that person. It's too hard. No, I don't want to fall out with them. I want to keep the peace. You hear this type of behavior and this type of language. As a leader, when somebody's still holding on to the pain of the past events, you will see that they micromanage because it's a way that they find they can get some safety in who they're being in that moment. You will see that they make decisions from fear and lack and scarcity. Oh, but we have to do this because we might not get the next grant, the next customer, the next batch of funding. And you will identify that they're not the most wonderful person to be around necessarily. And this is not about attributing blame or shame or guilt or judgment at all. This is about recognizing the behaviors that are an indication of a pattern that this person or yourself is constantly grabbing onto that pain of something that happened in the past. I have first-hand experience of this, of having trauma in my childhood. And I get to choose if I keep replaying that pain and replaying the fear of what happened. Or I get to choose to go, that is something that happened in my past. It was hideous. It was totally out of my control. It was none of my doing. I was a child. And I get to choose to release that emotion, to not replay and jump into that event with my emotional responses. I get to choose my response now as an adult, because I'm an adult, I'm not a child. I don't need to go back and grab those events, grab those things that happened. I was working with somebody who, in their workplace, they experienced quite extensive bullying from their manager. And it was absolutely holding them back in the way that they could lead themselves and lead their team going forward. And there was a lot of emotion, there was a lot of second guessing of self, there was a lot of decision making that took a long time. There was a lot of to and froing, and fear that they might make the wrong decision, whatever the wrong decision may be in their eyes. And within that, as I worked with them and they recognized that they could reframe what happened in that moment, that yes, it shouldn't have happened. Absolutely not. It was horrendous what that person said and did in that moment. Comes back to standards. Way not in my standards of leading a team. However, in this moment, here, now, the person I was working with, you and me, we get to choose what we're going to hold on to. We get to choose if we're going to cling on to the pain of that trauma. Cling on to the pain of that conversation or disagreement you had with someone. You get to choose to cling on to it or to release it. Let it go. Because the cost is huge. The cost to you, the cost to your team, the cost to your relationships, the cost to your health, the cost to your impact, and the reason that you're here on this planet. So you get to choose to become unstuck. You get to choose to not replay that pain again and again and again. You get to choose to release the suffering. You get to choose the reframe going forward. My reframe of the event that happened when I was a child is that absolutely it should never have happened. That adult abused their power. I was a child. And I am safe. I'm safe here. I'm safe now. I am worthy. I get to choose to be authentic here, now, not constantly looking back to the past. I get to choose to be here now and then look what is happening out there in the future and then come back to now. The team needs you here now. The ripple effect of you releasing the hold onto that past emotions and past suffering, the ripple effect is absolutely huge. Your team will trust you more. Your team will know there's something different and they like it. There will be more lightness, there will be more fun, there will be more openness, there will be more productivity, because the energy in the room, the energy in the team is and will be different. You get to choose your response. It is not dictated by an event that happened yesterday, last week, last year, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. You get to choose your response. Your response is your responsibility. So identify one thing that you are going to release. Start with one. You're releasing your hold on jumping into that pain again and again and again. Doesn't negate the fact that it happened. It's a fact. It's part of history. And leave it where that is. Leave the event there. What you focus on, you get more of. And so you get to choose what you're focusing on here now. You get to choose on creating your best life. You get to choose to create innovation, collaborations, interactions. You get to choose fun and ease throughout your day. Or hard and tough and busy, nobody understands me. You get to choose your focus. What you focus on, you get more of. And some people think, well, I just can't do it because I need to be perfect. Just recognize that that's just a BS pattern that was there to keep you safe. Because your team doesn't need you perfect, they need you present. They need you present here and now. And you can't be here and now with your team, leading your team, inspiring your team, influencing your team, if you keep choosing to live back there. Come back to present, come back to here, come back to now. You get to choose the reframe. Look forward, look up, and move forward.